everybody. Welcome back to my channel. Thank you to my subscribers. Welcome to the newcomers. I hope you like what you see, and if you do, then please subscribe, like, share, comment, tag me, give it thumbs up. It helps to grow the channel. Today, we are going to create a plate mat. I'm getting sets prepared for Christmas. These are orders, and it happens to be that a lot of people in the crochet groups are asking me a lot about Christmas plate mats and glass mats and table runners, but mostly in Christmas colors. So, it combines pretty good because of my orders, so I can pretty much do the tutorial. Now, I've done the table runner for it, but I am not going to do the tutorial because I do have a tutorial on it already. I'm just gonna put up the pictures of the table runner and film a bit at the end when I do the photo and the little recording on the final results. So, and I'm going to name this set Dorvalina. And this is in honor of a family member very dear to me. So Dorvalina Amaro, she's in Canada and I'm in Portugal, and I have just a few more sets to complete in honor and their names of my family members, as I have mentioned in other videos prior to this one. And I hope she's going to like this. So, Dorvalina, my dear, I hope you're going to like this set. This is special, created on your name. It's going to be a pleasure doing it, and it's all my pleasure to create it and have your name on it. So, much hugs, much kisses for you, my dear. Hopefully, you'll come down to Europe and we can have tea or coffee together and talk about the good old days. So much hugs and much kisses for you, my dear. And I hope you're going to enjoy this plate mat set that I'm going to do. This will be a 5-piece set, table runner with 4 table mat dish dollies, if you want to call them. And hopefully some glass mats too. So, I hope you're all going to enjoy this. Now, I wanted to talk about a bit about the threads. A lot of people in the crochet groups that I'm involved in keep asking me about where can they order these threads from. And I will have all the information below on the description box directly to the seller. She is here in Europe. She orders them from Brazil. This is size 4. I use size 4. She has every color you can think of and multicolored mixes and single colors and so on and so forth. She has several sizes. Size 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, and 24 people. So people that usually do mats, carpets, rugs, things like that, perfect. 18 and up is the perfect size for that type of work. I'm using size 4. I have ordered size 6, but she orders these threads. This is 100% cotton, soft cotton, by the way, from Brazil. So it does take a little bit of time to get here to Europe, and by the time she's far away from me too, I'm in the island, she's on mainland. So by the time she receives it and sends it out to me, of course, it takes a little while, but it's worth it because they're not expensive. She sells them cones of 1 kilo, which is 1,025 to 1,000, 1,125 to 1,150 grams. This is in between, more or less. Some cones could be 1,130, some 1,135. So really all depends, but it's not less than 1,000, that's for sure. And it's well worth it because it does give a lot of production on your work. And I also wanted to mention, in Brazil, the thickness of the thread. The higher the number, the thicker the number. Here in Europe, the higher the number, the thinner the number. So I just wanted to make sure that you know when you're ordering size 6, it's thick. Size 8 is thicker. Size 10 is way thicker. And imagine 24, it's really thick. So it's perfect like for rugs and things like that. Or comforters or bedspreads or sofa blankets wrapped for the winters and things like that. or and some shawls and so on and so forth. So if you're interested, you can just go into the description box. Her YouTube link will be there. Her Facebook page with a lot of these colors also will be there. Her son's email also will be there. He does speak English, so you can get all your information. If you have PayPal account, this is how you can pay her, unless you Western Union her. I don't think so much of bank transfers because of international transfers. It takes quite a bit before it lands into her account. So, but anyway, you can figure it out with her. I'm sure there's no issues. And so we're going to get started on this, people. So like I said, I'm using size 4. I'm going to be using the red. I'm going to be using white, and I am going to be using the green. So we're really going to incorporate all these Christmas colors in there. And that's about it. I hope you're going to enjoy this tutorial. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to email me or to leave a comment on the video section, so I'll know if you're stuck somewhere, because I do have big followers that email me a lot of questions, and or even comment in a lot of questions, because they're doing these pieces, and sometimes, you know, they need to know this or they need to know that. And please don't hesitate. I'm here to help you to create these, and sometimes I'm off camera a bit. I'm not used to the camera yet. I'm getting used to it. This is all new to me. It's only been a few months I have the channel up. I've been crocheting for so many. Okay, you guys, so I wanted to show you the table runner that I finished. And like I mentioned before, I already have the tutorial out on the table runner. See if I can. So this is what it looks like. I will have it at the end, the pictures and the little recording of it together with the plate mat, so you can have an idea more or less what it looks like. Okay, so all I'm going to do now is the 4 plate mats for it and the little cup mats. So I hope you're going to enjoy this. This is a gorgeous piece. It's very long. I could go for an 8-seater table, but as you can see, it's a beautiful table runner. Okay, so we're gonna get started, people. Okay, so we are going to do the magic circle. Let me just turn my camera here a bit, because sometimes I'm off camera without knowing. Put myself here in better position. You know, usually when we crochet, we have the habit, we crochet near our chest, right? We pull the thread and our needle near the chest. It's very hard for us to be crocheting, and we have to lay out our hands on top of a table. So it's a little bit more complicated too. So we would turn the magic ring, put your 2 fingers together, turn once, grab your thread from behind. It's like making a knot. Okay? And if some of you have a hard time, well, then you can just, as you were to make a knot, right? You grab it from behind and you do your stitch in there as if you were making a knot on something, if you don't want to turn it on your fingers. Same thing, you're trying to tie a shoelace. So you'd make a little knot here. You don't close it because you need to stitch it inside. So you made your little knot for the shoelace, right? And then you would just hold it together, pull your thread, and 1, 2, and 3. Because I know some people have a hard time turning it on their fingers. I don't know why, but anyway. Okay, people, so we are going to do 12, we're going to do 12 double stitch in here on this magic circle. And I'm using the pure red. And I'll meet you at the end of 12 and lock it in on the 3rd place up top. Get you a little bit more closer. I can't have it too close because then it's gonna fog a lot. Okay, so 12, you lock in the third place up here. Of course, my stitch is always extremely tight. You know, it's always harder to get that first lock in. Anyway, you go up 3, 1, 2, and 3. On the same place, you're going to do another regular double stitch. On the next place, next place you're going to do 1 alone. Next place, 2 together. On the same place. Next space, 1 alone. And we're going to proceed this row the same way. 2 together, 1 alone. 2 together, 1 alone. By the way, people, don't expect me so much of using the crochet codes because I really don't know crochet codes. I only know how to crochet my own little way that I have been for so many years. Okay, so bear with me on that, please. So we've reached the end with 2. We're going to do 1 more inside of here where we have the other one, so we can have one alone, and then we're going to lock it in on the third place. On the third one, you go up 1, 2, and 3. Again, we're going to do another one on the same place. And we're going to do 2 alone this time. And 2 together on the third place, third space. 1 alone, 1 alone. So 2 alone and 2 together. And this is how it's going to be for this row. And lock it in at the end on the third place and go up 3. And I'll meet you on the 4th row. So 1, 2, 3. We're going to finish to do the 3. I'll meet you on the 4th row. So 2 together and 2 alone. So now we are on our 4th row. I went up 3 already. Again, we are going to do 2 together in the same place. And this time we're doing 2 together all the way around, so it does not curve up. A lot of people, sometimes they get stuck when they're doing this type of roundness, and it's either too loose or too tight, crumpled up, and they don't know what to do with it. So in this case, as you see, it's starting to crumple up almost like a hat. Well, once you finish doing these 2 together all the way around, it's going to stay flat. I'll meet you at the end. 2 together, people. Okay, everybody. So as you can see, pretty much came nice and straight flat. So I went up 3. We are in 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on our 5th row. Went up 3 on the same place. We do another one. So it's 2 together. And now we're going to do 3 alone. So 1, next space 2, next space 3, and 2 together. Again, next space 1 alone, next space 1 alone, and next space 1 alone. So we have 3 alone, and we're going to do 2 together. Okay, we are going to do this row, and 1, 2, 3, 4. We're on our fifth row. 2 together, 3 alone. On the 6th row, 2 together, 4 alone. So I'll meet you at the end of the 6th row, going up to the 7th. Okay, so this one is 2 together, 3 alone. 6th row, 2 alone, 2 together, 4 alone. Okay, I'll meet you at the end of the 6th. Okay, you guys, so I pretty much on the 6th row I cut my thread because I'm changing colors, and now I'm just gonna tidy up here at the bottom where my thread is. So you'd get it through the loops here in the bottom, and that's one way to be firm that your thread is not going to go anywhere and nothing's going to come apart when you're going to wash it or whoever you're giving it to. You want to make sure that it's all tucked in. So you get it through these little loops here with a smaller thread needle, which I'm using size 3 needle for the crochet, and this one is 2, size 2 that I'm tucking it in. Okay, I think I had forgot to mention what size of needle that I'm using to use thread for, which is size 3. Sometimes I can't remember everything. This is all still very new to me. I'm just getting used to talking now on camera because I didn't even know how to even start the conversation, but I guess you get used to it as you go. Okay, so now we are going to change thread. I am going to use the white. And we're going to continue on the same place we left off. So just go right in there. Hopefully I can make myself through it because my stitch is always very very tight. So you're going to go up 3. You're going to do another stitch on the same place. So 2 double crochet on the same place, and then 1 alone. So on the previous row we did let me see. So we are okay, 1, here's 2, here's 3, we did 4. Okay, so now we're going to do 5 single double crochet on each loop, 5 single. One, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and 2 together on the same place. Okay, so 5 single double crochet on each plate on each loop. So 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Now the next space we're going to do 2 together. So do the same thing throughout this whole row. 2 together, 5 single, 2 together, 5 single, 2 together. I'll meet you at the end up top on the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the 7th, we're doing the 7th. I'll meet you up on the 8th row. Okay, people, so we are going to the 8th row. I've cut my thread. I'm going to use the multicolored red. It's going to be a very simple supla, especially, you know, Christmas time. You don't want something too complicated, let's say. Or maybe you do, I don't know. Okay, so we are going to do 2 on the same place as usual where we started. 1, 2, and one more in the same place. So now this time we're doing 6 single double crochet. That means 6 on each place. So 2 together and 6 alone. 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. On your 7th one, 2 together. Again, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. On the 7th one, 2 together. We're going to repeat this all the way around, and we're going to do the next row the same way, but it will be 7 alone, 2 together. So we are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We are in our 8th row, 6 alone, 2 together. Our 9th row, 7 alone, 2 together. I'll meet you at the end of the 9th row. Okay, everybody, so we're going to do row 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I'm going to do row 10. I'm going to do with the white. I'm going to lock it up. I'm going to go up 1, 2, and 3, trying to hide my thread, and 1 more for space. And then we're going to skip 1, and we're going to go into the next one. We're going to make little squares. 1 separation, skip 1, and to the next one. 1 separation, skip 1, and to the next one. So we're going to do this all the way around. And once we do all the squares around, we're going to lock it in the 3rd place up top. So we finished all the way around, all squares, skipping 1, 1 separation, go up 3. So I've done 1, 2, 3, 1 more for separation, and we're going to repeat the same thing on this row. We're going to build little squares again, so 1 separation, and just overlap the other squares underneath. So nothing to it, very simple. So do yours, and I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everybody, so now we're going to grab the green, and we're going to go anywhere inside of the squares here. And we're going to go up 3. And 1 more for separation. And we're going to do 4 double stitch inside of here of the same square, 1 separation, 1 separation. So you're going to have 4, 1, 2, skip 1 square, going to the next one, 1, 2, skip this square, going to the next one, 1 separation, one separation, one separation. So very simple to do, not complicated at all. 1, 2, skip one square, going to the next square. 1, 2, skip one, going to the next one. One separation, same square, one separation, one separation, and you do your 4. 1, 2, skip one, going to the next one, small stitch. So you have to do that all the way around, and you come and you lock in the third place here. So you go up 3 plus one more 4 for one separation. Do your double stitch, one separation, another double stitch, one separation. So you equal 4. 2 separations, skip one square, tie it in with a small stitch, 2 separation again, skip another square, and do your 4 double stitches again. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, so we finished all the green around, which by the way I had advanced and created my own different ones, as you can see, and they're all different. In this one I had completed it. So you can keep it the same color, or you can do one red, one complete red, and one complete green. It's up to you. Or you can do like a whole complete green here on the center and just keep the leaves around it in red, or vice versa, all red here and keep it all green at the end. It's up to you. You can play around with the colors if you wish. Okay, so now with the red, we're going to go on the first, where the 4 groups are. We're going to go in the first space. We're going to lock it in. We're going to go up 3, 1, 2, 3, and one more for separation on the same place. We're going to create another double stitch, double crochet, and then we are going to do one separation, and we're going to come to the next space and one separation, and there's no separation between them, sorry. So next space, so it's going to be 2 on each, oops, I'm off camera, that's not good. So we're going to have 2 inside each green one, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. So one separation, come back on the same place, and now we have our 6. Now we're going to do 1, 2, and we're going to come right in the center and do a small stitch on top of the other small stitch. 1, 2, we go back up, come in the first place again, one separation, and we do another double crochet stitch inside of the same place, going to the next space, one separation, and another one, the next space. So you're going to have a total of 6, one separation, and another one. 1, 2, come into the middle here, small stitch, lock it in, 1, 2, and we go into the first space here. 1 separation, back into the same place. Oops, no separation in between. Going to the next space, 1 separation, same place, another double stitch, next space, 1 separation, 1, 2, and back down on the same place. So you're going to end up with this. 2 inside of each loop here of the 4 stitches underneath, 2 separation, lock it in with small stitch, 2 separation, and back again. 2 on each with 1 separation in the middle, 2 on each with 1 separation, 2 on each with 1. So you're going to have 2, 4, 6. I'll meet you at the end. Okay, everyone. So we've locked in the 3rd place. We are going to go 1, 2, 3. And on the same place, we're going to do a small stitch. So we're going to make pom-pom now. We're going to go in the middle of the 2 stitches. Go up 1, 2, 3. In the same place, lock it in with a small stitch. Next space. 1, 2, 3. Same place, lock it in, small stitch. Next space. 1, 2, 3. Small stitch. Next space. 1, 2, 3. So you have the first one here. 1, 2, 3. Next space. 1, 2, 3. So we're going to have a total of 6 pom-pom. 3. Lock it in. Next space. 1, 2, 3. Lock it in. Next space. 1, 2, 3. One, two, three. Now here, we don't give any separation. Small stitch. Same thing goes here. We go directly. 2, 3, and we do a pom-pom, the first one. Next space. And one more. And go directly into a small stitch with a small stitch. And directly to the first one here. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 pom-pom. All the way through around, cut your thread at the end. Okay, everybody, so we are going to create now the cup holder, cup mat, glass mat, if you want to call it. So we do our magic. Let me just turn this a bit here before it's out of place as usual. I'm bad with that. So we're going to do the magic ring, and we're going to go up 1, 2, and 3. Tighten a bit here. We are going to do 16 double crochet inside of the magic ring. So nothing to it. Do that 16 times and get to the end. You lock it up on the third place at the end. Okay, so we did the 16. We go up 1, 2, and 3. On the same place, we're going to do another double crochet. Next space, 1 alone. Next space, 2 together. Next space, 1 alone. And we're going to proceed this all the way through the same row. 2 together and 1 alone. 2 together and 1 alone. And then we're going to come to the end. We're going to lock it up on the third place. We've locked in. We go up 1, 2, and 3. On the same place, we're going to do another double crochet. Next space, 1 alone. Next space, 1 alone. And the next space, which is the third place, 2 together. So, very simple. 1 alone, 1 alone, and 2 together. So you're going to have 2 double crochet on the same place and 2 separate on each loop. So 2 together, 1 alone, 2 together, and we're going to proceed that all the way to the end. You lock it on the third place. So now we're going to row 4. 1, 2, 3 up. We're going to do another one in the same place. Now all of them are going to be 2 together on each loop. Okay, so not complicated. Next space, 2 together. Next space, 2 together. Next space, 2 together. So we're going to do this all the way around. Come to the end. You lock it up on the third place. Okay, so we finished doing the 4th round, 2 together everywhere. Go up 3. 1, 2, and 3. And 4, 1 for separation. You're going to skip 1. And you're going to go into the next one and do a little square. 1, 2 separation. Skip 1, go into the next one. 1, 2 separation. Go into the next one. Not next one, skip 1, sorry. And skip 1. Okay? So you're going to be skipping. Skip 1, do your double crochet, skip 2 separations, skip 1, and so forth. 2 separations, skip 1, go into the next one. We're going to do that all the way around, and then you can cut your thread. Then we're changing color, not unless you are doing the same color. So I made my knot. I'm going to go on any of these squares here, and we're doing the same thing like we did with the plate mat, going up 4. Going up 4 and doing 4 double crochet on the same place. One, 2 separation. Skip 1, going to the next one. 1, 2 separation. Skip 1, going to the next one. So, and 1 separation. 1 double crochet, 1 separation, 1 double crochet stitch, 1 separation. So you're going to have 4, 2 separations, skip 1 square, going to the next one, lock it in with a small stitch, 2 separations, skip a square, and do your 4 with 1 separation. 1, 2, skip a square, small stitch. 1, 2, skip a square, do your 4 double crochet stitch with 1 separation in between. So very simple, nothing to it. It's the same thing as we had on the plate mat. I'll meet you at the end. We're going to grab our red now. And we're going to go inside of one of these stitches. Let me just fix this camera a bit for some reason. I don't know. So we're inside of the group of 4. We're going to lock it in. We're going to go up 1, 2, 3. Come inside the same place. We're going to do 2 together, 1 separation. Next space 1, 1 separation. On the same place you would create. So we're doing the same thing like the plate mat. 1 separation and 2 together. Come down 1 separation. Come where the small stitch is. Another small stitch. Small stitch, go up. Go inside of one of the groups. 1 separation. Back into the same group, 1 separation, next one, 1 separation, inside of the same one, so it's 2 together with 1 separation. So we're going to have a total of 6 by doing 2 on each, like that. Okay, so I'll meet you at the end. So we pretty much finished all around. We've locked in 1, 2, 3 up. We're going to close it with a small stitch on the same place. We're going to make a little pom-pom. Next space, lock it in 1, 2, 3 up, come down, close it in with small stitch. Next space, small stitch. 1, 2, 3, come down the same place, close it with a small stitch. Next space, close a small stitch, go up 1, 2, and 3, come back down the same place, close it, small stitch. So we're making the pom-poms. We need to have 6 of them, like the plate mat. 1, 2, and 3, come in the same place, close it in. Next space, close it in with small stitch. 1, 2, 3, come back in the same place, close it in. So now no separation, we go directly into the small stitch here and we close it in with a small stitch. Again, we go into the first one here, no separation, we close it in, we go up 1, 2, and 3, and on the same place on the first stitch we close it in and we make our pom-pom. Next space, we repeat the process all the way around, and you're supposed to have a total of 6 pom-poms on each flower. So I'll meet you at the end, and then you can cut your thread because then you're done with the little glass mats. And this is about it for these 4 glass mats. Sorry, my goodness, is getting lost out of words. Now I'm going to try to think of something to come up for the forks and the knives. If I can come up with it, I'll do it. If not, I'm going to leave it as is. So I'll see you in a bit. Okay, you guys, so I tried to create something for the napkin and the forks where we're going to put through here. And I only want it halfway because this will be covered with a napkin overlay. So it's going to be stuck through here and then coming out through here. So we can have this overlay on the forks and knives. So I did only half. You don't have to do it, but if you want to go the extra mile, then you create it. Or you can just make chain stitch on whatever color you're using and put 2 pearls at the end, and you tie it on the napkin fork. It's also a pretty good thing to do. Okay, everybody. So I did 24 chain stitch. And now we are going to tie it on the first one here to make a circle. Close it in with small stitch. And now we are going to do small stitches. We are going to do 44 small stitches. So 2, 3, 4. So do your 44 small stitches all the way around and lock it in on the last one. Okay, so we did all the small stitch, 44. We went up, we closed in, we went up 3, and now it's double stitch on each loop of the 44. So just regular double stitch on each loop and nothing to it. So continue yours, I continue mine, and we're going to lock it up at the end. Okay, so we pretty much finished doing all the double crochet stitch. We're going to go up, we're going to make little V's, okay? So we'll go up 1, 2, 3, and 4. And on the same place, we're going to do a double crochet. 1, 2. We are going to skip 1. We're going to the next one. We close it with a small stitch. 1, 2. Skip 1 into the next one. We're going to do the V again. 1, 2 separation into the same place. So you got your V. 1, 2. Skip into the next one. 1, 2. Whoops. So you got your third V. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 V's. So we're going to do 6 V's. Okay? So nothing to it. 1, 2. 1, skip 1 into the next one, small stitch. 1, 2. Skip 1 into the next one, and we create our V. 1, 2 separation. We come down on the same one, and we create the fourth V. So do your 6 and I'll do mine. Okay, so we did all 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to come in with the green. You're going to grab your V. You're going to lock it in with the green. You're going to go up 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Come back down the same one. We're going to do groups of 4s with a separation of 1. So separate 1. and again, separate one, and again, one separation. We're going to come where the small stitch is and do a small stitch, one separation, come back into the V. Good Lord. One separation, back into the V, and create 4 double crochet. One separation, back into the V, one separation, go into the small stitch and do a small stitch. So what we're creating here are these little stems for the flower. I'll meet you at the end. You can cut your thread at the end. Okay, on your last one here, instead of giving one separation, give 3 stitch so we can close it in on the stitch here. Okay, so we're going to close it in like that so it can stay nice and curvy. Cut our thread and fix up loose ends, and then we're going to go in with the red. So we're coming in with the red. We're going to go on our first space here on the green. We are going, let me get you closer a bit. We are going to go up 1, 2, and 3. We're going to come back in the same place, and we're going to lock it in with 1 small stitch. Going to the next space, 1, 2, and 3, into the same place. Actually, no, we have to start from the beginning here. Almost forgot. Sorry about that. That's why it's always good to advance the video a bit. Make sure that we are on the right track. Okay, so we're going to do one right on top of the stitch here on the second place. We're going to make a little pom-pom. One, 2, and 3 into the same place on that stitch. Okay, now we go inside the middle. 1, 2, and 3. And we're going to lock it in with small stitch. Next space. 1, 2, and 3. In the same place, lock it in with small stitch. So we're doing the same thing like we did on the table mat. 1, 2, and 3. And on the glass mats too. So we're making these little pom-poms like little flowers coming out of the... No separation, we go into the small stitch. And then we grab the little corner one here again. Right over on top of the stitch. 1, 2, and 3. And a little pom-pom. In the middle of the space here. 1, 2, and 3. And the pom-pom. Next space. So basically we're only doing one pom-pom on top of the first space here, on top of the first one, then we go automatically into the middle. 2, 3, into the middle, and then again 1, 2, and 3 into the middle, and now no space, we go into the small stitch and create the small stitch. So you're going to continue yours. I'm going to continue finishing up mine so I can take the reveal shots and have the little video at the end. And this is what the, just, whoops, bring it out for you guys to see. So I have my 4, as you can see I did them differently. and then with the napkin, fork, knife, and then the glass mat or coffee mug mat or dessert little plate, small plates, the little entree plates, when you're giving the little orders when people come in. So this is pretty much it for this tutorial, people. I'm going to continue on mine, finish it up so I can set up the table and do the little video, reveal shots. I hope that you enjoyed this tutorial as much as I enjoyed making it. This is the table runner, don't forget. I will link the link of the video to the table runner on the description box, so you can follow it, do it if you want to do this whole set. And I hope you enjoy doing it, because it's easy, it's fun, and it's very creative, and it's a gorgeous piece, especially for Christmas. These are Christmas time decors. So thank you so much, everybody. For the newcomers, I hope you subscribe. I hope you enjoy this tutorial. Be part of the family. Give it a thumbs up. Give it a nice comment. It would be appreciated. It helps grow the channel and for the channel to be recognized. Thank you so much. So my dear, beautiful Dorvalina, which this set is called Dorvalina. This is in honor of her name. I hope you like this set. I'm going to speak just a few words in Portuguese for her. Espero que tu gostaste deste conjunto. Vá no teu nome. É um conjunto especial para mim, né? Porque eu criei-lhe com o teu nome e é um conjunto de Natal. So, espero que gostaste dele. Muitos beijinhos para ti, para a família. E espero bem que um dia venhas cá nos fazer uma visita e tomar um chazinho, um drink, uma coisa assim, né? Bom, muitos beijinhos para ti, querida, ok? So thank you so much, everybody. Much hugs and love. Stay safe and God bless. Thank you. Until next time. Bye-bye.